I'm nervous as hell, so help me through this. You all having a good time? Yeah! Meg? Yeah. Phil, you having a good time?
We'll see after your speech.
Okay, we'll tell you. You're going to have to excuse me if I read this verbatim. Alright, good evening. My name is Chuck, and despite my inability to speak or read well in public, Phil has chosen me to be his best man. And I thought marrying Meg meant Phil was starting to make good decisions in his life. If there's anybody here this afternoon who's feeling nervous, apprehensive and queasy at the thought of what lies ahead, it's probably because you've just got married to Phil Barrick. It's the first of many, mate, I'm sorry. Okay, I'd like to start by laying down a few ground rules. Firstly, no heckling, please.
No worries, mate. What was that?
Just get it out now. Just get it out. Come on. Can't any more? No. Secondly, if you do have a mobile phone, please leave it switched on and keep yourselves entertained during my speech. I think if you keep your spirits high and your expectations low, everyone will be pretty happy. I'd like to thank all of you for being here today, especially those of you who knew that I'd be saying a few words. It's very touching that you still decided to come. Let's say the best man's speech is the groom's worst 5 minutes of the day. The bride's worst 5 minutes of the day could possibly come later tonight. This is tough work. This is really tough work. I'm shaking here. I'm shaking. Right. Okay, being Phil's best man, I got a taste of how much responsibility the role really holds. I can only imagine what it's like to be a bridesmaid. I didn't actually imagine that, but I don't want to be a bridesmaid, maybe. I'm sure Meg's support crew have done an outstanding job leading up to today, to this special day, and I'd like to take a moment to toast the bridesmaids. Jala, Tara and Jess. Okay, you girls look absolutely stunning today and only rightly outshone by our bride Meg. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, gentlemen, today is a sad day for single men, as another beauty leaves the available list. And ladies, I'm sure you'll agree that today is passing by without much of a ripple. Writing this speech has been a bit difficult. Every story that I think about that is significant to Phil and I is either illegal, immoral, or borderline gay. Correct. So I was strapped to think what I could tell you about him. Meg did ask me to make this speech short, quick and painless. I thought, no one wants me to hear me speak about Phil's lovemaking. That's just weird. So I thought I'd say a quick few words on how I know Phil and what he means to me. I met Phil Barrick in high school. I think we got associated by class schedules. I don't know. Maybe the rumbles that happened in the Woodbridge Dayboy room. I won't elaborate on that. Phil's sense of humour and mine are comparable, to say the least. I'd have to say that was what made us thick as thieves in high school. His skills at evading sport were legendary. And only surpassed by those of Michael Little. He's good. Phil wasn't known for his sporting prowess. I don't find it surprising later in life that he moved into a profession that involves button pushing and minimal hand gestures. So as I said earlier, it's tough to tell you guys stories about this man. He was into music long before we became friends. When I met Phil in high school, he was walking the alternative music path along the lines of Nirvana, Hendrix and other fruity hippie music. Phil's high school band.
Yeah! It's shown!
Yeah.
Play a song, Joe!
Phil's high school band was a three-piece outfit that he started with Daniel Ercig and Phil Lakeman, who was on the bridal party.
Really?
They played a few high school parties and swooned many of the ladies with their #1 hit, 60-foot anal train. This is all fact. I couldn't make this up if I tried. The band went by the name of Chode. It's coming. The Urban Dictionary defines chode as a penis that is wider than it is long. Thankfully, I've never been subjected to knowing where this name came from. But between you and me, I suspect it's Ladyman. You did. It was later in high school that Phil started taking a liking to hip-hop and he progressed into the genres that he so loves today. He was already a popular lad in school when we became friends, and his friendship helped me to be accepted by our peers. It was tough being so black in an all-white school. A kid. Phil did actually help me fit in with a bunch of folk he had in his already large following of supporters, and he still does to this day. I think it's a testament to Phil's likability. People who meet Phil are instantly at ease with him, and I believe this has to do with how welcoming and genuinely nice Phil is. I've introduced Phil to hundreds, maybe thousands of girlfriends over the years. And he's the one that makes the biggest effort to make them feel welcome and loved.
Yes, son!
That's how I roll. Best friends listen to what you don't say, and Phil, you do that oh so well. I'm known as being emotionally retarded, so I hope this comes across with some meaning. You're a special guy. Meg is the luckiest girl to have secured your love and your heart of gold. You're a great man, you deserve the best. With Megs, you've got it, and I wish you guys every happiness.
Yeah, Chode.
Yeah, Chode.
Alright, can we just have a quick sweep to Meg and Phil while I prepare some telegrams that have been sent? For those playing at home, the younger generation, a telegram's kind of like an email. Okay, so the first one's to Phil. Yeah, just to Phil. You get one next. Dear Phil, we are delighted to hear the news of your wedding, and we hope to see less of you now that you're a married man. Love, Hugh and the gang at the Playboy Mansion. And just one last one here from Megs. This came in pretty late in the day. Upon hearing of your wedding, we cancelled your current order, and they've had to lay off 5 workers. Congratulations anyway. The management and remaining staff energise the batteries.
That is terrible!
Actually cut some out of this. Okay, right, I'd like to start winding this up with, perhaps with some advice for the
Damn, it's hot!
Incidentally, for those of you who don't know, I'm not married myself as yet, and just look this way because recently I've been ill. However, I was engaged once to a contortionist, but unfortunately, she broke it off. Okay, no, seriously, Phil, some life advice to you. My life advice: if you smoke after sex, it means you're doing it too fast. I kid. You just have to remember some magic words. I got this one from Ladyman, actually. I couldn't agree with you more. I like that. And you're right, dear. I think if you practice those, you'll be gold. Well, I'd like to thank you all for bearing with me. Since I wrote this late last night, you've enjoyed listening to this speech as much as I enjoyed writing it. Then all I can do is apologise most sincerely. Okay, would you please raise your glass in a toast to Phil and Megs? Okay, so I'm going to toast a little different here. I've got a poem from a great poet by the name of Martin Kale. Probably heard of him. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If it wasn't for Megs, Phil's balls would rust. To the bride and the groom.
That's shocking.
I don't know if I'm going to touch anything on that one, other than just say let's hope we get to our hit show later tonight while we're out on the dance floor. Okay, this next introduction's